Now, in this class, we shall discuss about limits and continuity of a function. Now, what is the limit of a function? Suppose if you write limit fx as x tends to a is equal to L, the meaning of this one is when x is approaching a, the value of fx will approach the value of L. That means when x is very closer to a, then fx value will be very closer to L. That is the meaning of that one. We call it as limit fx as x tends to a is equal to L. That doesn't mean whenever x is equal to a, fx value is L. That when x value is very close to a, then fx value will be very close to L. That's the meaning of that one. Here there are two types of x tends to a. Suppose if you write limit fx as x tends to a minus, that means suppose there is a number a or 2, x can approach to either from the left side or from the right side. So it is 1.9, 1.999, like that it will reach to, or from the right side it is 2.01, 2.001, like that it will gradually reduce and it comes to 2, like that. When x is approaching 2 from the right side, we write that limit fx as x tends to 2 plus. It doesn't mean it is plus 2. 2 plus means right side of 2, that's all. X is approaching 2 from the right side. If you write limit fx as x tends to 2 minus, it is called x is approaching 2 from the left side, but it is not minus 2. Then this is called right side limit, this is called left side limit for fx at x is equal to 2. Now here there are some standard limits. One is limit x power n minus a power n by x minus a as x tends to a is equal to n into a power n minus 1, and limit theta tends to 0, sin theta by theta is equal to 1, and same for tan theta also, limit theta tends to 0, tan theta by theta, that is 1, and limit x tends to 0, a power x minus 1 by x is equal to log a to the base e, and limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 by x is equal to, in place of a we have got e, log a to the base e. Because these two are equal, it is 1. So now let us discuss the questions. Now here we have to find out the value of limit x tends to 0, e power 3x minus 1 by x. Whenever e power 3x is there, e power ax is there, ax must be there in the denominator also, but only x is there in the denominator. For that purpose, let us multiply the numerator and denominator with 3. So this is 3 into, whenever x tends to 0, multiply both sides by 3, 3x tends to 3 into 0, that is 3x tends to 0, you can write 3x tends to 0, e power 3x minus 1 by 3x. Now it is in the form of e power x minus 1 by x as x tends to 0, that is nothing but 1. So this is equal to 3 into 1, equal to 3. Now say this question, here you have to find the limit x tends to 3 of x square minus 8x plus 15 by x square minus 9. If you put x is equal to 3, you will get 0 by 0. In both numerator and denominator, you will get 0. So should not substitute x is equal to 0 directly, x is equal to 3 directly. So let us factorize the numerator. That is equal to limit x tends to 3, 15 into 1, 5x and 3x you can write. X square minus 3x minus 5x plus 15 by, you can write the denominator as x plus 3 into x minus 3, because it is x square minus 3 square. So in the first two terms you take x common, x into x minus 3 minus 5 into x minus 3 by x minus 3 into x plus 3. Now this is equal to limit x tends to 3, this is x minus 3 into x minus 5 by x minus 3 into x plus 3. Cancel this x minus 3. Now in the remaining terms put x is equal to 3 directly. because we are not getting 0 in the denominator. So 3 minus 5 by 3 plus 5, 3 plus 3, 3 minus 5 by 3 plus 3, 3 minus 5 is minus 2 by 6, that is minus 1 by 3 is the limiting value. Now here also you will get, if you put x is equal to 3 directly, you will get 0 in the denominator. So you should not get 0 in the denominator. So let us factorize the numerator. So it is limit x tends to 3. Take x common from all the terms, x into x square minus 6x plus 9 by this is x square minus 3 square. So that this is equal to limit x tends to 3, x into, this is x minus 3 whole square. This is nothing but x minus 3 whole square by this is x plus 3 into x minus 3. This is x minus 3 whole square, there is x minus 3 in the denominator. You can cancel one x minus 3. This is equal to limit x tends to 3, x into, still x minus 3 is there in the denominator, x plus 3 is there. Now after that you can put x is equal to 3 directly. This is 3 into 3 minus 3 by 3 plus 3. But 3 minus 3 is 0, 0 by 6, that is 0. So the answer is limiting value is 0 for that function. Now e power sin x minus 1 by x is given. If e power sin x minus 1 is there, sin x must be there in the denominator. For that we shall do one thing. This is limit x tends to 0, e power sin x minus 1 by sin x into sin x. These two will be cancelled. You can write x here. Then whenever x tends to 0, sin x also tends to 0 because sin 0 is 0. So you can change this limit as limit sin x tends to 0, e power sin x minus 1 by sin x into limit x tends to 0, sin x by x. Now this is equal to 1. It is in the form of sin theta by theta, as theta tends to 0, that is also 1. So this is 1 into 1 equal to 1. Now say this question. It is given limit x tends to 0, e power x minus sin x minus 1 by x. But we know that e power x minus 1 by x is 1. So for that you split this limit like this. Limit x tends to 0, you write this x under e power x minus 1 by x minus sin x by x. We wrote sin x by x separately. Now apply this limit separately for both the terms. That is limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 by x minus limit x tends to 0, sin x by x. Now this is 1 from the standard limits, this is also 1. So 1 minus 1, which is equal to 0. Now here we have to evaluate limit x tends to 0, a power x minus 1 by b power x minus 1. This is the standard limit, a power x minus 1 by x as x tends to 0 is equal to log a to the base e. But here, to convert this into that type, divide the numerator and denominator with x. That is equal to limit x tends to 0, a power x minus 1 by x by b power x minus 1 by x. Now apply the limit separately for numerator and denominator. So that is limit x tends to 0, a power x minus 1 by x by limit x tends to 0, b power x minus 1 by x. Now you can apply that limit for both numerator and denominator. So numerator is equal to log a to the base e by log b to the base e. If a common base is there, log m to the base x by log n to the base x is log m to the base n. So according to that, it is log a to the base b. Here we have to evaluate the limit x tends to 0, root of 1 plus x minus 1 by x. If you put x is equal to 0, directly you will get 0 by 0. Don't substitute, put x is equal to 0. Now let us rationalize the numerator, that is multiplying the numerator and denominator with root of 1 plus x plus 1, that is equal to limit x tends to 0, root of 1 plus x minus 1 into root of 1 plus x plus 1. In the denominator also have to multiply with this, x into root of 1 plus x plus 1. So no change in the value. Now numerator is in the form of a minus b into a plus b, that is a square minus b square, that is equal to limit x tends to 0, a square means 1 plus x minus b square means 1 square by x into root of 1 plus x plus 1. Now this 1 and minus 1 are cancelled. So remaining terms, limit x tends to 0, x by x into root of 1 plus x plus 1. You can cancel this. So remaining terms, limit x tends to 0, 1 by root of 1 plus x plus 1. Now you can put x is equal to 0 directly in the denominator, that is 1 by root of 1 plus 0 plus 1. Root 1 is 1, 1 plus 1, that is 2. Here also if you put x is equal to 0, you will get 0 by 0. So first of all, you have to rationalize the denominator here, that is multiply the numerator and denominator with root of 1 plus x plus 1. So that is limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 into root of 1 plus x plus 1. In the denominator, root of 1 plus x minus 1 into root of 1 plus x plus 1. Now denominator is in the form of a minus b into a plus b, that will become a square minus b square. So this is limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 into root of 1 plus x plus 1 by a plus b, a minus b into a plus b, a square minus b square, that is 1 plus x minus 1. So that you can cancel this 1 and minus 1. Now you can write it as two separate limits. One is limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 by x, and still this term is there. For that also apply the limit separately. X tends to 0, root of 1 plus x plus 1. Now it is in the standard form, so its value is 1, and this is, put x is equal to 0, 1 plus 0 plus 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, root 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 2. So 2 into 1, that is 2. Here also, to evaluate the limit, because you are getting 0 by 0 if you put x is equal to 0. That's why rationalize the denominator here. So this is limit x tends to 0, 3 power x minus 1 into root of 1 plus x plus 1 by root of 1 plus x minus 1 into root of 1 plus x plus 1. Now it is equal to limit x tends to 0, 3 power x minus 1 into root of 1 plus x plus 1 by a minus b into a plus b, a square minus b square. A square means 1 plus x, b square means 1. So that you can cancel 1 and minus 1. So write x for this. So limit x tends to 0, 3 power x minus 1 by x, and another term is there. For that also have to apply the limit, root of 1 plus x plus 1. Now this is equal to It is a power x minus 1, not a power x minus 1. So it is log 3 to the base e, log 3 to the base e into root of 1 plus 0 plus 1. This is 2 log 3. 2 log 3. It is understood that there is base e. Or you can write as log 3 square also. Log 3 square means log 9. Here, limit extends to infinity is given for this function. We cannot put x is equal to infinity because it is an undefined term actually. It is a very large number. Then what is the ratio of these functions? Now, to evaluate this one, whenever x tends to infinity, 1 by x tends to 0. When x tends to infinity, what is 1 by x? 1 by very large number, that is very small number, that is equal to 0. That means 1 by x tends to 0, not equal to 0, 1 by x tends to 0. So, we have to convert these terms to 1 by x. Then multiply the numerator and denominator with the highest power of x, that is x cube. Divide the numerator and denominator with x cube, that is 11x cube minus 3x plus 4 by x cube by 11x cube, sorry this is not 11, 13. This is not 11, 13. 13x cube minus 5x square minus 7 by x cube. It will be converted like this. Now you write x cube under all the terms. That is, whenever x tends to infinity, 1 by x tends to 0. Limit 1 by x tends to 0. 11x cube by x cube, 11x, 11. Minus 3x by x cube, 3 by x square. Minus 3 into 1 by x whole square. 4 by x cube, 4 into 1 by x whole cube. By, for denominator also have to apply the same limit. Limit x tends to 1 by x tends to 0. 13x cube by x cube, 13 minus 5 into x square by x cube is 1 by x minus 7 into 1 by x cube, 1 by x whole cube. Now in place of 1 by x you can write 0 directly. So that is equal to, so that is equal to 11 minus 0, 3 into 0 plus 4 into 0 plus 0 by 13 minus 0 minus 0. So it is equal to 11 by 13. Now this is also similar sum. So here also we have to divide the numerator and denominator with the highest power of x, that is x square. So that is limit x tends to infinity, x square plus 5x plus 2 by x square, denominator 2x square minus 5x plus 1 by x square. So the entire thing you have to apply the limit. Now apply the limit separately for numerator and denominator. Whenever x tends to infinity, 1 by x tends to 0. So convert this limit as limit 1 by x tends to 0, x square by x square 1, 5 into x by x square 1 by x plus 2 into 1 by x square, 2 into 1 by x whole square by, again limit 1 by x tends to 0, 2x square by x square 2 minus 5 into x square by x square 1 by x plus 1 by x whole square. Now you can put 1 by x is equal to 0 directly. So this is 1 plus 0 plus 0, 2 minus 0 plus 0. So that is equal to 1 by 2. So see this limit. Limit extends to a tan x minus a by x square minus a square. So here also you'll get 0 by 0 if you put x is equal to a. So let us simplify like this. Limit extends to a tan x minus a by, this is x plus a into x minus a. X minus a into x plus a. Now you can write it as two separate limits. Suppose if you subtract a on both sides for this limit, x minus a tends to a minus a, that is 0. So let us change the one limit like that. Limit x minus a tends to 0 tan x minus a by x minus a. This is one limit. Still 1 by x plus a is there. For that apply this limit. Limit extends to a 1 by x plus a. We have taken it as a product of two limits. Now it is in the form of tan theta by theta as theta tends to 0. That is 1. Here you can put x is equal to a directly. 1 by a plus a. That is equal to 1 by 2a. Now say this limit. Now you can write x square minus 1 as x minus 1 into x plus 1. So this is limit x tends to 1 sin x minus 1 by x minus 1 into x plus 1. Now you can split this as product of two limits. So if you subtract 1 on both sides for this limit, x minus 1 tends to 1 minus 1, that is 0. So change that limit as x minus 1 tends to 0 sin x minus 1 by x minus 1. This is one limit into limit x tends to 1 by x plus 1. This for this term. So according to standard limit, it is in the form of sin theta by theta as theta tends to 0. That is 1. And this is 1 by 1 plus 1. So that is equal to 1 by 2. Now see this limit. Sin ax by sin bx as extends to 0 and the conditions are b is not 0. That means denominator is not 0 and a is not equal to b. If a is equal to b, these two are same, you will get 1 directly. So let us change it like this. Limit extends to 0 sin ax by ax into ax by here sin bx, divide with bx and multiply with bx, so that there won't be any change in the value. So you can cancel this x outside the terms. So this a by b is constant, we can keep it outside the limit. This is equal to a by b into, if x tends to 0, a into x also tends to 0, a into 0, that is 0. Limit ax tends to 0 sin ax by ax in the numerator, and this is, for this you can apply this limit bx tends to 0 sin bx by bx. This is another limit. Now it is in the form of sin theta by theta as theta tends to 0, that is 1. Similarly this is also 1. So a by b into 1 by 1, so equal to a by b. Now let us see this question. Limit x tends to pi by 2 cos x by x minus pi by 2. Now you can write this limit as, whenever a tends to b, you can write it as a minus b tends to 0 or b minus a tends to 0. So I will subtract pi by 2 on both sides. X minus pi by 2 tends to 0. This is sin pi by 2 minus x by minus of pi by 2 minus x. You can write this minus outside. that implies minus of, when x minus pi by 2 is 0, pi by 2 minus x is also 0. Limit pi by 2 minus x tends to 0, sin pi by 2 minus x by pi by 2 minus x. Now it is in the form of sin theta by theta is theta tends to 0. So that is 1. So minus 1 into 1. So minus 1. Now say this limit x tends to 0 cos ax minus cos bx by x square. Now for the numerator we can apply the formula cos c minus cos d, that is minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2, minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 ax plus bx by 2 into sin c minus d by 2 ax minus bx by 2 whole by x square. Now you write minus 2 outside and split it as two limits, minus 2 into limit x tends to 0 sin of ax plus bx means a plus b into x by a plus b by 2 into x by, I will write 1x, this is in the function, into limit x tends to 0 sin a minus b by 2 into x by x. This x is written as x into x. Now if a plus b by 2 into x, here also a plus b by 2 into x is required. So only x is there, multiply and divide with a plus b by 2. And this is whenever x tends to 0, a plus b by 2 into x also tends to 0. So this can be converted as a plus b by 2 into x tends to 0 sin a plus b by 2 into x by a plus b by 2 into x. Here we multiplied the denominator with a plus b by 2. So multiply the numerator also. We can multiply outside the limit into a plus b by 2. These two will be cancelled. Okay. For this you have to write, multiply both sides by a minus b by 2 for this limit. Limit a minus b by 2 into x tends to 0 sin a minus b by 2 into x by whole by x into a minus b by 2 into x into a minus b by 2. Because we multiplied the denominator with a minus b by 2, outside you multiply with numerator with a minus b by 2. Now this is in the form of sin theta by theta is theta tends to 0, this is 1. It is also in the same form, so this is also 1. Remaining terms are these two and this minus 2. So minus 2 into 1 into a plus b by 2 into 1 into a minus b by 2. So a plus 1 2 is cancelled here. A plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square by 2. This is minus of a square minus b square by 2, which is equal to b square minus a square by 2. That is the limit of that function. Here you have to evaluate cube root of 1 plus x minus cube root of 1 minus x by x. Now this is equal to limit x tends to 0 1 plus x whole power 1 by 3 minus 1 minus x whole power 1 by 3 by x. Now we have to find out the rationalizing factor for this. For if you get it is in the form of a minus b. If you get cubes for that, a cube minus b cube, then you can avoid this whole power 1 by 3. So you know that a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square is equal to a cube minus b cube. To get cubes for that, you have to multiply a minus b with a square plus ab plus b square. Then we can avoid this cube roots 1 by 3. So I will multiply with rationalizing factor in both numerator and denominator. Limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x whole power 1 by 3 minus 1 minus x whole power 1 by 3 into, this is a minus b. You have to multiply with a square plus ab plus b square. A square means 1 plus x whole power 2 by 3 plus a into b, this into this, 1 plus x whole power 1 by 3 into 1 minus x whole power 1 by 3 plus b square. That means 1 minus x whole power 2 by 3. Whole power 2 by 3. This is the rationalizing factor. Multiply with the same bracket in the denominator also. In the denominator it is x into this whole thing, 1 plus x whole power 2 by 3 plus 1 plus x whole power 1 by 3 into 1 minus x whole power 1 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 minus x whole power 2 by 3. Now numerator is in the form of a minus b into a square plus ab plus b square. Now it is a cube minus b cube. A cube means 1 plus x whole power 1 by 3 whole cube, that is 1 plus x. So it is limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x minus b cube, 1 minus x whole power 1 by 3 whole cube, that is 1 minus x. This whole product is equal to these two terms, a cube minus b cube. A cube means this, you will get that 1 by 3 will be avoided by x into the same thing, 1 plus x whole power 2 by 3 plus 1 plus x whole power 1 by 3 into 1 minus x whole power 1 by 3 plus 1 minus x whole power 2 by 3. So 1 and minus 1 are cancelled. You will get x plus x, that is equal to limit x tends to 0, 2x by x into the whole bracket once again, 1 plus x whole power 2 by 3 plus 1 plus x whole power 1 by 3 into 1 minus x whole power 1 by 3 plus 1 minus x whole power 2 by 3. Now you can cancel this x. Now in the remaining terms you can put x is equal to 0 directly, that is 2 by 1 plus 0 whole power 2 by 3 plus 1 plus 0 whole power 1 by 3, 1 minus 0 whole power 1 by 3 plus 1 minus 0 whole power 2 by 3 after cancellation of x. Now each bracket is 1 only, 1 plus 0 is 1 power 2 by 3 is 1, this is 1, this is 1, this is also 1. So this is 2 by 1 plus 1 plus 1 equal to 2 by 3. Now let us discuss the continuity of a function. Now suppose a is a number on the number line. When x approaches from left side, or x may approach a from the right side also. When x is approaching from the left side and when x is approaching from the right side and at x is equal to a, if all the three values are same, then we say that fx is continuous at that point. Suppose if you get different values for fx as x tends to a minus and x tends to a plus, that is discontinuous at that point. Now for continuity, if fx as x tends to a minus is equal to limit fx as x tends to a plus is equal to f of a. So when x is very nearer to a on the left side as well as on the right side and at x is equal to a is having same value for that function, then we say that f is continuous at that point x is equal to a. Then we say that f is continuous at a. Suppose if these two are different from this, then we say that it is discontinuous at x is equal to a. And say this one. In another case, or limit fx as x tends to a is equal to f of a. When x is approaching a, fx is equal to f of a, then we say that f is continuous at x is equal to a. Then f is said to be continuous at x is equal to a. Left limit, right limit must be equal to limit the value of fx at x is equal to a. Or when x is approaching a, fx value must be equal to f of a. Then also we say that it is continuous. Now a polynomial like this, 2x square plus 3x minus 1 is always continuous in any interval, in any closed interval. Now say this question, fx is defined as sin 2x by x if x is not equal to 0, and if x is 0 it is equal to 1.5. Now we have to verify the continuity at x is equal to 0. Is it continuous or discontinuous? First of all, what is f of 0? When x is 0 it is 1.5 or 3 by 2, anything. F of 0 is equal to 1.5, that is 3 by 2, that is given. Now let us find out fx, limit fx as x tends to 0. Limit fx as x tends to 0. If it is equal to f of 0, it is continuous. That means it should be equal to 3 by 2, then only it is continuous. That is equal to limit x tends to 0 means x is not 0, x is not equal to 0, you have to take this case. Sin 2x by x. If sin 2x is there, 2x is required to get the limit. So multiply and divide with 2. So this is 2 into limit. When x tends to 0, you can make it as 2x tends to 0 also. 2x tends to 0, sin 2x by 2x. So this is 1. Sin theta by theta is theta tends to 0. So this is 2 into 1 equal to 2. But is it equal to f of 0? No, it is 3 by 2 or 1.5, but this is 2, not equal to f of 0, because f of 0 is 3 by 2. Now we have to say, if it is equal to 3 by 2, we have to say it is continuous, because it is not equal to f of 0, it is discontinuous at x is equal to 0. Therefore f is discontinuous at x is equal to 0. Here the function is given by x square minus 9 by x square minus 2x minus 3, if x lies between 0 and 5 and x is not equal to 3. And at x is equal to 3, its value is given as 1.5, that is f of 3 is 1.5. We have to verify whether it is continuous at x is equal to 3 or not. Now let us, what is f of 3 given? 1.5. It is given, or 3 by 2, anything. Now find out limit fx as x tends to 3. If this is equal to f of 3, that it means 1.5, then it is continuous, otherwise it is discontinuous. Limit x tends to 3, because this is the function for x is not equal to 3, this is the value of fx when x is equal to 3. So take the first one, x square minus 9 by x square minus 2x minus 3. Let us factorize the denominator. Limit x tends to 3. Numerator can be written as x minus x plus 3 into x minus 3 by, here factorize this one, split the middle term, 3 into 1 minus 3x plus x, x square plus 3x, minus 3x plus x minus 3. So take x common, this is x plus 3 into x minus 3 by take x common, x into x minus 3 plus 1 into, so denominator is, now it is limit x tends to 3, x plus 3 into x minus 3 by x plus 1 into x minus 3, because x is not equal to 3, it can be cancelled. Now in the remaining terms put x is equal to 3 directly. This is 3 plus 3 by 3 plus 1. So equal to 6 by 4 means 3 by 2 is equal to 1.5. F of 3 is also 1.5. That is equal to f of 3. So when x is approaching 3, the limiting value is 1.5. At 3 also it is having same value. That means the function is continuous at x is equal to 3. Therefore, f is continuous at x is equal to 3. Here the function is defined in two steps like that. If x1 or more than 1, we have to use this function in that domain. From 1 to infinity it is defined as k square x minus k. And if x less than 1, if you take f of 0, f of minus 1, f of minus 2, etc., all are equal to 2 only. So just after 1, the functional value is k square x minus k from 1 to infinity. And from minus infinity to 1, it is defined as 2 only. Fixed, that is a constant function. Now at 1 it is changing. A polynomial is always continuous in any domain, but here k square x minus k is continuous from 1 to infinity. Because this is getting a different form before 1 and after 1. At 1 we have to verify. And it is given that it is continuous at x is equal to 1. That means as x tends to 1 minus and 1 plus x must be equal to f of 1. From that we have to find out the value of k. Now find out, given f of x is equal to 2 if x less than 1. Now if x greater than or equal to 1, fx is given as k square x minus k. Now find out limit x tends to 1 minus and 1 plus also. Now limit fx as x tends to 1 minus. For 1 minus, that means it is slightly less than 1. So in that case, we have to use the second function. If x less than 1, x tends to 1 minus means slightly x is approaching 1 from the left side. It is from smaller value to 1. So it is equal to 2. Now what about limit fx as x tends to 1 plus? Now it is approaching from the right side, means it is more than 1. 1 or more than 1. So it is k square x limit x tends to 1 plus k square x minus k. Now in this one you can put x is equal to 1. Then that is k square minus k. And what is f of 1 is also same thing, because x greater than or equal to 1, this is the same function. So at x is equal to 1 also you will get the same function. Now since f is continuous, it is given, since f is continuous at x is equal to 1, limit fx as x tends to 1 minus is equal to limit fx as x tends to 1 plus is equal to f of 1. F of 1 is k square minus k only. So that implies, what is the value of fx when x tends to 1 minus? It is 2. 2 is equal to f of 1 is k square minus k. So bring 2 to the right side, k square minus k minus 2 is equal to 0. It is a quadratic equation k. We have to factorize this one. minus 2 into 1, that is minus 2, k square minus 2k plus k minus 2 is equal to 0. Take k common, k minus 2 plus 1 into k minus 2 is equal to 0, implies k plus 1 into k minus 2 is equal to 0, that is k is equal to minus 1 or 2. So, these are the values of k if the given function is continuous at x is equal to 1. Now, here in this question we have to check the continuity of fx at x is equal to. That means you have to find out the limit as x tends to 2 minus and 2 plus, and both should be equal to f of 2. F of 2 is given as 0. Both should be equal to 0. Then only it is continuous, otherwise it is discontinuous at x is equal to 2. First of all, what is f of 2? Equal to 0. This is given. Now, let us take limit fx as x tends to 2 minus, and x is approaching 2 from the left side, we have to use this function, because for less than 2 we have to use this function. Limit x tends to 2 minus of x square minus 4 by 2. Put x is equal to directly 4 minus 4 by 2. 4 minus 4 by 2, it is 0. Now, find out limit fx as x tends to 2 plus. For 2 plus, we have to use this function, is equal to limit x tends to 2 plus, because if x greater than 2, we have to use the last function, 2 minus 8x power minus 3, and that is equal to limit x tends to 2 plus of 2 minus 8 by x cube. X power minus 3 is 1 by x cube. Now, put x is equal to 2 directly. So, 2 minus 8 by 2 cube means 8. 8 by 8 is 1. So, 2 minus 1, that is 1. Now, when x is approaching 2 plus, the value is 1. When it is approaching 2 minus 2 from the left side, it is 0. They are different. Both should be equal to 0. Only one is 0, but not the right limit. That means it is continuous only on left side, but not on right side. So, it is discontinuous at x is equal to 1. Therefore, limit fx as x tends to 2 minus is not equal to limit fx as x tends to 2 plus. Both should be equal to f of 2, but that is not possible here. Therefore, f is discontinuous at x is equal to 2. Now, say this question, fx is given by cos ax minus cos bx by x square if x is not equal to 0, and b square means a square by 2 if x is equal to 0. If the question is given like that, you need not find out left limit and right limit, because x minus less than 0 or greater than 0, it is not given like that. So, if x is not equal to 0, it is the first function. If x is equal to 0, it is equal to the second function. Now, in that case, simply have to find out limit fx as x tends to 0, because we have to verify the continuity at x is equal to 0. Now, what is f of 0? B square minus a square by 2. This is given. Now, let us find out limit fx as x tends to 0. We have to use this one. X tends to 0 means it does not mean that x is equal to 0. X is nearer to 0. That is limit x tends to 0 cos ax minus cos bx by x square. For that, we have to find out the limiting value. If it is equal to b square means a square by 2, it is continuous at x is equal to 0, otherwise it is discontinuous. Now, apply cos c minus cos d for this, equal to limit x tends to 0, cos c minus cos d is minus 2 sin c plus d by 2, that is ax plus bx by 2 into sin c minus d by 2, ax minus bx by 2 by x square. So, you can write this minus 2 outside, minus 2 into, apply, take separate limits. Limit x tends to 0, sin ax plus bx means a plus b into x by 2. A plus b by 2 into x by, this is function, it's not separate term, by x. Let us take one x here, into limit x tends to 0, sin a minus b into x by 2 by another x. This is x square is given, I wrote it as x into x. Now, whenever a plus b by sin mx is there, mx is required in the denominator. So, for that you change this term, multiply the denominator with a plus b by 2 and again multiply numerator also with a plus b by 2. When x tends to 0, a plus b by 2 into x also tends to 0. Now, this is equal to minus 2 into limit, I will change this limit as a plus b by 2 into x tends to 0. A plus b by 2 into x tends to 0. Sin a plus b by 2 x by, here also you write a plus b by 2 x, only x is there, but we multiplied the denominator with a plus b by 2. So, again multiply with a plus b by 2 into the second function now. For this you change this limit as limit a plus a minus b by 2 into x tends to 0, sin a minus b by 2 x by, here also you multiply with a minus b by 2 and outside you multiply with a minus b by 2. So, there won't be any change in the value. You multiply the numerator and denominator with a minus b by 2. Now, the first term is sin theta by theta as theta tends to 0, that is 1. So, that is equal to minus 2 into 1 into a plus b by 2 into, this is also 1, sin theta by theta as theta tends to 0, 1 into a minus b by 2. So, you can cancel 1 2 here, a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square, minus of a square minus b square by 2, which is equal to b square minus a square by 2. F of 0 is also same, b square means a square by 2 equal to f of 0. So, when x is approaching 0, the value is b square minus a square by 2, at x is equal to 0 also it is having same value. Therefore, f is continuous at x is equal to 0. Therefore, f is continuous at x is equal to 0. Now, see this question. Here this function is defined in 4 ways. Before 0, 0 and less than 0 it is sin x. Between 0 and 1 it is x square plus a. Between 1 and 3 it is bx plus 3. If it is above 3 equal to minus 3. It is continuous on R, means it is continuous at every changing point. At 0 the function is getting changed, at 1 also it is getting changed, at 3 also it is getting changed. So, at all the 3 points it must be continuous. So, since as fx is continuous on R, fx is continuous at x is equal to 0, 1 and 3 at all the 3 points. Now, first of all let us find out limit fx as x tends to 0 minus, limit fx as x tends to 0 minus, we have to use this function, limit x tends to 0 minus of sin x, because fx is sin x, 0 or less than 0. So, sin x is sin 0, that is 0. Sin 0 is 0. Now let us find out x. This is for 0 or less than 0, this function. What is limit fx as x tends to 0 plus? For 0 plus we have to use the second function, equal to limit x tends to 0 plus of x square plus a. Put x is equal to 0 directly. It is 0 plus a equal to a. Because it is continuous at x is equal to 0, these two must be same. So a must be equal to 0. As f is continuous at x is equal to 0, limit fx as x tends to 0 minus is equal to limit fx as x tends to 0 plus equal to, that implies a is equal to 0. A is equal to 0. Now one case is over. We have to find out b now. Now it is continuous at 1 also. It is let us take it at 3 you can take, because only you have to find out b. Find out limit fx as x tends to 3 minus. From 1 to 3 you have to use this function bx plus 3. Limit x tends to 3 minus of bx plus 3. Put x is equal to 3 directly. 3b plus 3. 3b plus 3. And when x tends to 3 plus, the value is minus 3. Limit fx as x tends to 3 plus, for x greater than 3 you have to use this function, that is equal to minus 3. It is constant, you need not apply any limit. But fx is continuous at 3 also, so these two must have the same value. As fx is continuous at x is equal to 3, limit fx as x tends to 3 minus is equal to limit fx as x tends to 3 plus. So this is equal to 3b plus 3, and at this point it is minus 3. That implies 3b plus 3 is equal to minus 3. That implies 3b is equal to minus 6. So b is equal to minus 6 by 3, that is 2, minus 2. Therefore a is equal to 0 and b is equal to minus